Apple's awe-dropping September 9th event was just announced, and I am going to tell you everything this event invite confirms about the new iPhone 17 and what other products will be announced at this event. And I'm even going to tell you the prices and exact date and time, not only when this event will start, because you can just read that for yourself, but when you can actually pre-order your new iPhone 17 and the exact release date of when it comes out. And yes, I will not delay. What most people want to hear about is the new iPhone 17, and let's start with the iPhone 17 Air. Yes, if you're just paying attention to Apple news now because you saw that Apple dropped an event invite, I assume that's a lot of you. There's like a lot of new viewers out there. Get subscribed. But yes, also, Apple is making an entirely new iPhone model this year. And as the name suggests, the iPhone 17 Air will be the thinnest iPhone ever at just 5.5 millimeters thick. And in fact, it will be the thinnest smartphone ever. And Apple is not sacrificing on power here. They are including the fastest A19 Pro chip with 12 gigabytes of memory, meaning it will be more powerful than even the standard iPhone model. It will also have a big 6.6-inch, 120 Hz ProMotion display and literally be in between the size of a 17 and an iPhone 17 Pro Max, making this the Goldilocks model for most people. So you might be wondering, what's the catch here? This phone sounds too good to be true. And it kind of is, because first of all, you probably noticed by the renders now that yes, the iPhone 17 Air only has one camera on the back, so no ultra wide and no telephoto lens, just one single lens, like we're living back in 2010. Secondly, it's so thin, it's going to use a very small 2,800 milliamp hour battery, so that is going to be a major concern for iPhone power users who need a long-lasting, reliable battery. Lastly, it's also going to be priced as a premium iPhone model, and the pricing for the iPhone 17 Air is starting at $950, or just $50 below the starting price of an iPhone 16 Pro. Of course, the next Pro model, the iPhone 17 Pro, is also getting more expensive. It will now start at $1,050 for the smaller 6.3-inch model, and the iPhone 17 Pro Max will start at $1,250, making it the most expensive iPhone model ever made. However, you are getting a lot of upgrades for this price increase. For starters, the iPhone 17 Pro is getting a new design made out of a unibody aluminum frame that will be sturdier and lighter than the previous Pro models, complete with a glass cutout in the center for a unique new look paired with the new iPhone 17 Pro's camera island. And that is a big camera bump. The camera island takes up the entire top half of the phone, but it does include some impressive upgrades, like a new 48 megapixel telephoto lens that might actually physically zoom in and out between a 5 and 8x range, and be able to digitally zoom even farther than before thanks to the increase in resolution. So zoom-ins on this iPhone are really going to look nice. Like they're not going to be a grainy mess anymore. And the 17 Pro will also get a new anti-reflective display coating that will reduce glares and be better to use in bright sunlight. And it will be the most scratch-resistant display Apple has ever put on an iPhone model. It's still probably gonna scratch. Now, battery life on the 17 Pro is supposed to be the complete opposite of the Air. It's supposed to be the best battery Apple has ever put into an iPhone, specifically with the Pro Max model. It's rumored to receive a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, or around a 10% improvement over the 16 Pro Max. That is impressive. The 17 Pro will also get an upgraded A19 Pro chip with 12 gigabytes of memory, and all Pro models will now start at 256 gigabytes of storage, which I think is more than a fair enough compromise for the $50 price increase. Now let's go back to that event invite. Let's put on our conspiracy caps, because I think this confirms one of the rumors about the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Air, and that would be the new color choices. So in this event invite, we are seeing a glowing Apple logo with 3 different colors: a bright orange, a dark blue, and a light blue. And yes, these are all the new rumored color options for the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone 17 Air. Specifically, for the 17 Pro, we are getting a new bright orange color, which should be a really unique look. I mean, we got a pumpkin spice iPhone before GTA 6. And we're also getting a dark blue color on the 17 Pro. The lighter blue is a hint at the new sky blue color option, which is rumored for the 17 Air. So it appears that yes, based on this event invite, the new colors are all but confirmed. Don't click off the video, because I got more for you, because Apple invites usually have a double meaning. And I can't help but shake that besides getting the color leaks for this logo, there's also something else here, because it kind of looks like an infrared Apple logo. Now, I don't think we're getting like an infrared camera or anything like that, but this is probably hinting at the new vapor chamber cooling technology for the iPhone 17 Pro, which will not only keep the 17 Pro cooler, but will literally increase performance of the A19 Pro chip because it won't get as hot, so it won't throttle as much. So you're gonna get a phone that's not gonna feel hot in your hands, and it's going to be a faster phone. So that is a pretty big upgrade here, and I think the event invite is hinting at it. Now, yes, Apple will also still be releasing a standard iPhone 17, and it will basically look the same as the iPhone 16, with the only visual update being a new green, purple, and maybe a lighter blue color option. But despite looking the same, the iPhone 17 will actually get some pretty nice upgrades that make it a lot more like the Pro models are now. This includes a slightly bigger 6.3-inch 120Hz ProMotion display, which was one of the most requested features for the base level iPhones. The iPhone 17 will also get a new A19 chip, but this one will only have 8 GB of memory. All iPhone 17s will also get a new 24-megapixel front-facing camera, which doubles the resolution of the front-facing camera, and that should lead to a huge improvement for photos and videos with this new sensor. The iPhone 17 will not ship with a bigger Plus model option this year, as the 17 Air is replacing it, but the good news for the normal iPhone 17 is that the price is rumored to stay exactly the same at $799, and with those upgraded specs, this may actually be the sleeper hit of this year if you can stand having a phone that looks exactly the same as last year. You know I can't do that. So that is the entire new iPhone 17 lineup with more distinct choices than ever before. But don't leave the video yet, because we also know about the new accessories for the 17 model, specifically cases. Apple is rumored to rebrand their fine woven case, which had awful durability, into something called tech woven, which does look more durable based on these leaks, but honestly also looks a lot less premium. Like, it doesn't have that nice suede finish. Their silicone cases are also rumored to be updated to be called liquid silicone, and both cases will now feature a lanyard hole for attachments. Great, now I know everyone's gonna put a frickin' Labubu on their iPhone 17. The iPhone 17 Air is also rumored to receive a new case, and this one is very interesting for iPhone history nerds because it's rumored to look exactly like the bumper cases that the iPhone 4 had, which Apple gave for free during their AntennaGate issues to like fix the cellular connection. And this case would be very slim. It just covers the side of the iPhone, so you can protect the 17 Air, but still get that ultra thin design. Apple may also bring back its MagSafe battery pack specifically focused for the 17 Air to help with those battery life concerns. Now, you might be wondering, when can I order the iPhone 17? Well, it's actually not gonna be on September 9th. That is when Apple will announce the iPhone 17, but if you want to order one, you'll actually have to wait for that following Friday, September 12th, usually at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And those are just the pre-orders. The actual release date for the iPhone 17, when Apple will ship your shiny new box to you, is actually going to be that following Friday, September 19th. That is the day Apple will ship it to you, or when you can walk into a store and actually buy one. Now, there will actually be products that you can buy on the event date, and these include the new Apple Watches, which is the Apple Watch Series 11, which is rumored to be getting an S11 chip, but no performance upgrade, and 5G cellular connectivity for the first time. Apple is also planning to update the budget Apple Watch SE, which is getting an updated design with a 41 and 45mm case size option, and this will also get the S11 chip, which will be a performance upgrade on the SE, which is nice that it will match the flagship model. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is the biggest Apple Watch update this year, literally, because it is getting an even bigger display. It's also getting the S11 chip, 5G cellular connectivity, and a brand new satellite connectivity feature so you can send messages even when you don't have access to a cell network. Although, another reason why I think most of you are here, you probably skipped to this part in the video section, is because you want those AirPods Pro 3, and yes, the latest rumors say AirPods Pro 3 are going to be at this event, and they're going to come with a new design. Specifically, the case will be a little bit smaller, and it won't have a physical back button. It will use touch sensors, and the LED light will be completely hidden and integrated into the case, just like it is on the new AirPods 4 case. The buds themselves are also rumored to receive a redesign that may be slightly smaller or redesigned to be a little bit more comfortable. But it's the specs I'm most excited for because the AirPods Pro 3 are rumored to be getting the new H3 chip, which is going to improve noise cancellation and sound quality. And I think it's just gonna be like really nice to finally get a new pair of AirPods Pro. Like, mine I use them so much, like my battery is degrading, so I cannot wait for this update. Finally, no one skipped to this section to hear about this, but Apple may also release a new Apple TV 4K with an updated A17 Pro chip and some other small improvements like better Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. Now, while you can probably buy the new Apple Watches, the new AirPods Pro, and maybe even this new Apple TV on the day of the event, they still won't ship until September 19th. But if you want to lock in those pre-orders and make sure you get one on day one, just be made aware that Apple has been dropping these products like right after the event ends. But the iPhone 17s, they still have a special pre-order date. But that is everything we are getting at Apple's September 9th awe-dropping event. And how are you feeling about this event? I am getting excited to see this iPhone lineup. I really want to see how Apple incorporates or explains the need for a thinner iPhone 17 Air model, and if they even dare to mention the word bending. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you're old to the channel, don't unsubscribe. That would be bad. That would be harmful. That would be hurtful. I would greatly miss you, and then you won't be able to see me in the next video. And what would the world be like without Greg's gadgets?